Hi, this is Jonathan Pettit from Purdue Center on Religion and Chinese Society. We have a number of scholars coming from overseas to participate in our Mapping Chinese Spiritual Capital project. Just a quick video, an introduction to West Lafayette and Lafayette with a focus on where to live, especially those people that may only be here for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. So this map that you see in this video is available. If you go down to the bottom of the video, you can click on this link and it will take you to the same map that you're looking at here. So you can use this to zoom out and you can zoom in, and the slides that we're looking at in the video, you can toggle them by clicking the left and right here. Anytime you see an object, you can click on it and it will come up with the icon, and you click on the icon and that will take you to the associated website. Here's our Center on Religion and Chinese Society. When you come into West Lafayette, there are two routes that you can take. You can fly into O'Hare Airport in Chicago, or you can fly into the Indianapolis Airport. Both airports have shuttles from the airport to West Lafayette. So if you click on either route, and then it will take you this. From Indy, there you have a couple options. I've had good experiences with Lafayette Limo. You can reserve that ahead of time through the website if you like, once you know your plane tickets. But either one will work. You can make it to West Lafayette, and they take you to the Memorial Union. So here's the center right here, and due south of the Union, or the center, is the Union. And as for West Lafayette and Lafayette, so in this map that I've made here, the orange boxes are potential places you might consider living. The blue boxes are kind of the commercial districts of Lafayette. These two color lines are possible bus routes you could consider, and we'll come to the triangles here in a little bit. So you notice there's a river that separates West Lafayette and Purdue on your left from Lafayette, which is the larger city on the east side of the river. You can live in either place, and they're both very convenient. If you choose not to buy a car, a couple great places to live due east of the campus. There's a Wabash Landing and a number of other apartment buildings you can click on, and again, you can click on these pictures to go explore more. So you can live here, which is right next to campus, easily walkable, or you can choose to live in downtown Lafayette. And so you see this yellow line. Every 10 minutes or so, there's a bus that runs between Lafayette and West Lafayette. If you want to go look at the buses, you can click on these lines and then click on the bus here, and that will take you to the bus schedules and maps. So this is one area. In this area, there are a couple Asian grocery stores, so it's easy to buy food. Downtown West Lafayette, there are lots of restaurants and shops, but not as many grocery stores. That might be something to consider. There's another area of town. You see, we were just looking down on the east side of campus down here. There's another place on the northwest side. There are a number of apartments up here, the most famous being Beau Jardin, which I'm giving you the website here you can go look at. But there are a number of others throughout here, and this pink bus line, the 5B, runs straight to campus as well. And there's a nice Asian grocery store within walkable distance to these apartments. So a lot of people choose to live up here. The easy access, there's a Walmart, there's an Asian grocery store. In this blue area, which we'll come back to in a second, there's a Payless and a number of other restaurants. So those are the two most common areas to live. As for if you need other things, the sundry items of life, there are kind of two areas of town where you would purchase those in blue, so up on the north side of West Lafayette and kind of on the far southeast side of Lafayette. And the reason why I bring this up is depending on what you need to buy, you will need a car. So you either buy a car, or there's what they call zip cars that you can rent from campus. So you can just check it out for a couple hours, and that's where the pointer is here. You take a car and you check it out for a couple hours, and you can go to those places. So just kind of be aware that a lot of the commercial districts of Lafayette and West Lafayette are not close to the campus, and why they're require you to buy, rent a car, or take a bus to the far side of town, which is can take a lot of time. So I've already kind of mentioned the buses here. You can, there are a number of different lines, but the two most common, 5B and the connector 23, or 1A, that will run through those. And so finally, if we come to these triangles, so the triangles are simply like websites that you want to consider as you're moving into town. So one is Craigslist, which probably most of you have used, but if you haven't, you can go to the real estate, apartments and housing. And once you come here, if my internet will speed along, you can search for the minimum and maximum per month, how many bedrooms you would like. So we'll just, for instance, say one, we want a minimum price of 500, perhaps a maximum price of maybe 1,000, just for fun. And then we can search those. And then the nice feature here is you can take it to the map. So if you compare the map that we were just looking at and then come over to Craigslist, you can kind of zoom into those same parts of town and see what apartments are available. And often there, so down here we have tons of apartments in the first place we looked at. You can read through them, and there are subletting options and various things. So Craigslist is a very valuable tool to use. The yellow triangle is Airbnb. So if you're coming to town and you just need a place to stay for a few days, and Airbnb is a great way to stay with a local person rather than a hotel. Often very cheap and often very fun. And these people will sometimes supply you dinner and other things. So you can, if you need a place to stay for a week while you're settling in, or maybe you're coming to town to find an apartment, consider this website to help you do that. And once you're in town and you need to learn about restaurants and shops and other things, Yelp is a very useful and easy way. You have to search West Lafayette or Lafayette rather than San Francisco, of course. But you can come and you can say, I want to eat Japanese food. I can go and search my options. We found multiple locations. Anyway, you can, just has the same kind of, they have a bunch of reviews that are kind of helpful at times. So there are just a few things to get you started to help find you a place. If you have any questions, of course, contact us and we will help you however we can. Great, thank you.